Okay, let's start this in the tunnel and walk out in the rain. I almost forgot all about a video I wanted to make. I made a video sometime back about, what was that about? Oh yeah, my brother-in-law bought me a new case for my iPhone. Here it is right here. This is the iPhone, and see this cool case? He got this for my birthday. He and my sister-in-law, Yoko. And they came over to our apartment to deliver it, to drop it off. I had no idea they were coming. And I'm so excited about it that I made a little impromptu video. And I think that went on the LylesBrother channel or the YouTube Bullet Train, I can't remember. And I was saying, look what I got on my new iPhone cover. And we stood there at the doorway talking to my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law. Well, they gave me this nice gift for my birthday. And someone left a comment, basically asking, why did I leave them at the doorway? Why did they came over to give me a gift? Why didn't I kindly invite, there's people down there, I don't want to go that way, I think I'm filming them. Why didn't I politely invite them into the apartment? Hey, they're my brother and sister-in-law after all. And it's the kind of thing where the question took me by surprise, because I guess if you've lived in a country for a while, you start to forget about some differences between cultures. And indeed, back home in the United States, it would be only polite and kind to offer them to, invite them in for a cup of tea or, cookies or milk or whatever. Well, it's not Santa Claus coming, but anyway, in Japan, basically in Japan, we don't do that. It's a different game. Let's go this way. It's quieter, like my little shrine. In Japan, people tend to do a lot of their social transactions, pardon me, at the doorway. Look at these hydrangeas. Aren't these just lovely? Oh my gosh. They do their social transactions at the doorway. What's called the Genkan. It's a little sectioned off area right there at the doorway where it comes in, where you take your shoes off. And it's really the threshold between the inside of the house and the outdoors. In fact, you really don't enter the Japanese home until you've crossed. Now I can lift the camera up a little bit better. No one will think I'll film it. I mean, there's a little shrine right there. No one will think that you're filming them. I mean, you're not really entering the Japanese household until you've taken off your shoes and crossed into the actual house. As long as you're standing out there in that little Genkan area, that enclosed off area, you're still basically kind of technically outside. And in a lot of homes in Japan, including here in this neighborhood, in a lot of neighborhoods, people don't even knock before they come in. Like in my in-laws' house, if the postman has the delivery to make, or the newspaper guy stops by, or a friend stops by, or even any kind of delivery at all, they just slide the door right open, and step right in, or poke their head in and say "shitsuneshimasu" or "sumimasen," something like that. Basically, you are they're outside the house still. Now that's perfectly typical. The first thing that happened to me living in Japan was when I was in an apartment, and I remember I'm just sitting there, I think I was in my skivvies, doing a drawing or something like that at the table, and the door opens up and a man pokes his head in. I'm like, what the heck? And then that's just the way it's done. Now why didn't I invite them in? Well, in Japan, inviting people in to the house involves a lot of pomp and circumstance in terms of the formalities of giving them something to eat, just as we have in the West and all. But Japanese people don't want to inconvenience one another, and so with the guests, the visitors, there's kind of just a hidden understanding, not a hidden, but an understanding between visitor and visitee that basically they can just go ahead and, if it's an informal type of thing, just go ahead and talk at the door, and you can have long extended conversations at the door. My mother-in-law, she'll kneel there on the Genkan, on the little wood right there. She'll kneel there for the longest time, just talking to whoever's there, and the people there were just standing there and the like. And people will come to our house and do the same thing, because if you invite them in, you have to serve them all the stuff and take care of their needs, and they don't want to inconvenience you, and la-di-da-di-da. This also gives rise to the fact of what my wife calls the pop-in. And it happens all the time. In my country, in the United States, it's considered rather rude to just pop in at someone's house. Let's say you're a friend and you want to stop by and tell them something or drop something off or whatnot. You would give them a courtesy call ahead of time to let them know that you wanted to come by and do that. That's only common courtesy. Here in Japan, you wouldn't do that. You just pop in. You just ding dong. It happens all the time at our place. Ding dong. Knock, knock, knock. Somebody at the door with a little bit of business to transact, something to talk about, something to do. The idea is that if you call ahead of time and let them know that you're coming, then you're basically setting the stage for that person. This is a really key point here. You're setting the stage for that person to need to take care of you, to invite you in, to have some cake ready, to have some sweets ready perhaps, and to serve you tea. But if you just make the pop in, you just ding dong, and you just pop in all of a sudden, then there's no need for them to do that. They can see the person's watching, what the heck is that guy doing? If you just do the ding dong and pop in, then there's no need for them to take care of you. So no advance warning. So it happens all the time in our household. People just pop in all the time, and we basically take care of them at the door, even family members. If we invite them in, then it's more of an affair, and they know so too. And sometimes they don't want to hang out, they don't want to be drawn into it, so they'll just hang out at the door. In many ways, the Japanese Genkan is a wonderful concept because it's an intermediary space between the outside and the inside, where people can communicate without having to cross into the actual home and become guests. It's a place where the outsider and the insider can transact business and communication without entering into the formalities of more polite exchange. It's a fascinating thing, the Japanese Genkan. And that's why, there's a long answer to why I didn't invite my brother-in-law in. You wait for these subtle cues to happen. And I could tell by, I knew he was busy. It's his son's juku that day, and he's going to head off and do that. But you can sometimes tell by subtle things whether or not they have the time or not. My father-in-law's always got the time, so he always comes in and always invite him in and serve him tea. Well, there you go, folks. A little bit about the way the Japanese use their Genkan to transact business at the door, and an explanation about why I didn't invite them in. And also, to further one last thing about this interesting fact about how foreigners living in a foreign country for a while, outsiders living in a foreign country for a while, can come to take things for granted. I didn't even think about the curiosity of not inviting them in until it was mentioned in comments, and thank you for doing that. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. We'll watch the train go ding, 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 and then I'll push the button off. Bye-bye, everybody. See ya. Ding, ding.